Hey everyone, and welcome. So if you're like a lot of educators, you might be using NotebookLM for some quick summaries, which is a fantastic start. But today, we're going to dig way deeper. We're going to show you how to go beyond the basics and actually turn your source materials into some seriously powerful teaching assets. Just think about it for a second. All those hours you spend hunting for key terms, scrubbing through videos to find that one perfect clip, outlining concepts from dense articles. What if you could get a huge chunk of that time back? And that's the big idea right there. We're talking about moving away from static documents and into a world where your sources become dynamic, interactive tools for you and your students. And guess what? NotebookLM has some incredible features that you might not even know about that make this whole thing possible. All right. First up, let's talk about instant note cards. Seriously, this feature is an absolute powerhouse for creating review materials in like seconds. So you're not just getting a simple summary here. What's so cool is that NotebookLM intelligently looks at the text you've highlighted, pulls out what it thinks is the most important concept, and then gives you a super clear, concise definition. Perfect for a flashcard. So why is this such a big deal for us as educators? Well, imagine creating a full vocabulary list from a dense chapter in less than a minute. Or think about pulling out the main ideas to build a quick pre-assessment. You can even generate simpler definitions for one group of students and maybe more complex ones for another, all from the exact same text. It's a massive, massive time saver. And the best part? It's ridiculously easy to do. All you have to do is highlight the text you want, type a simple command like generate 5 flashcards, and you're basically done. You can copy the results right into a Google Doc or whatever handout you're working on. It's that simple. Okay, now let's switch gears a bit. We've talked about text, but what about helping students see the bigger picture? How all these different ideas actually connect to each other. Well, that's where mind maps come in. This is all about making those invisible connections visible. NotebookLM can literally read through your source material and then generate a visual diagram that maps out how all the key concepts relate to one another. It takes complex information and organizes it into this clear, connected structure. It's awesome! Just think about teaching something like the carbon cycle, right? Or cellular respiration. A mind map can instantly show your students how each step connects to the next. You could project it at the start of a new unit to give them a roadmap, or you could use it yourself to quickly see if a new article you found actually covers the key curriculum points you need it to. And hey, here's a little pro tip for you. You don't have to create a mind map of a whole 20-page document. You can actually tell NotebookLM to generate one based on only a specific section or paragraph. This is fantastic for creating a really focused visual for a single day's lesson. All right, our final feature is, well, it's the one that's probably going to fundamentally change how you use videos in your classroom. For real. I'm not kidding. The ability to interact with video content in this way is just so incredibly powerful. It's going to totally transform your prep work. So, here's the deal. While you can't upload a video file directly, you can upload its transcript. And once that text is in NotebookLM, the AI can read and analyze the entire video's content, which makes the whole thing completely searchable and interactive. We've all been there, right? The old way was just endlessly scrubbing through a 30-minute documentary, trying to find that one 90-second clip you need for your lesson. The new way? You just ask, where does the video discuss noble gases? And bam, you get an immediate answer with the exact location. The implications here are just huge. You can generate quiz questions or discussion prompts before you even watch the video, saving you an unbelievable amount of prep time. Plus, you instantly have a text-based searchable version of the video, which is just an amazing accessibility win for your students. And if you're thinking that getting a transcript sounds like a huge pain, it's actually surprisingly easy. On most YouTube videos, it's just a few clicks away. You just click those 3 little dots, hit Show Transcript, copy the text, and paste it into a document you can upload to NotebookLM. It's a super simple process for a really powerful result. So let's recap. We've covered instant note cards, mind maps, and that game-changing video overview feature. These are some seriously powerful tools designed to make your job more efficient and your teaching way more dynamic. And that's really the big takeaway here. 3 concrete, actionable strategies you can use right now to transform your existing source materials from just static files into really dynamic, powerful teaching assets. So I'll leave you with this question. Which one are you going to try first? Are you going to start by creating some instant flashcards? Or maybe visualizing a complex topic with a mind map? Or are you going to jump right in and unlock the content of a video? My challenge to you is to pick one, give it a shot with a source you're already planning to use, and just see how much time you can save. Happy teaching!